Morning coffee. Morning coffee. Part 1. The Awakening. Naked, frozen and half dead. A pair of feet that claim to be my own. They are thin, pale, and shake with no control. As if each one of them was a brave soldier freezing to death in any of the winter battles in the Ardennes. How How terrifying was the Second World War. With a series of semi-painful movements, I bring them back to life and to the present moment. Welcome home, soldiers. You will be decorated with a pair of warm socks. And something lets me know that today will be a different day. I try to stand up and get out of bed, but my body says no. That it is tired. Not for the excess, but the lack of exercise. It has declared itself on strike. Limbs against consciousness. I choose to fight, hold the line. I am barely allowed to sit up on the bed, make my lungs ready to receive that fresh first morning air. I try in vain and as much as I can, but the strike has turned into a guerrilla. A terrible constipated nose has joined the cause of the limbs. Now I am forced to stop for a moment and figure out a way to defeat these revolting Bolsheviks. Should I roll to the ground? No, I could end up hurt. Ask for help? No one would hear me. Perhaps I should give up and stay in bed. Never. There must be a solution. It's time to use some critical thinking. In a matter of seconds, my mind applied itself to go through all of the knowledge on war strategies that a scrawny city guy like me can store on his head while its veins bloat due to the lack of necessary oxygen to grease up the neuronal machinery. Machinery. Machiavelli? No, I don't have time for politics or morals. Sun Tzu and the Art of War? I knew that I should have finished that book. Roman formations? I forget I am nothing but a one-man army. The Trojan horse? That's it. I need a trick. A deception. Walk along the street as if I had no particular direction, and suddenly an unexpected cup of hot coffee to recover control over my consciousness once and for all. Welcome back to my blog, guys. My name is Moisés PÉREZ, and if you don't follow me by now, you're probably very weirded out what I always start by reading some text, but that's basically the whole idea of this channel. I am sharing with you my experience on writing, and we'll see how it turns out. This thing that I just read to you is the first fragment of a text that I have been working on for quite some time now, but not directly. It's that kind of text that if you have a habit on writing, or if you have this same constant feeling to have to be working on something, on an idea. It started as part of, it actually has a very funny story. It started as an essay that someone paid me to do. I remember one of my friends in school, she was very busy with other projects, and she said, hey, I have to write an essay about ordinary life. And then I did that, and then I started to play with it and play with it. Of course, I gave her the essay on time because, well, I'm a good friend, and also she was paying me. Which, by the way, if you're going to do this, please be always keep in mind to not do it completely for them, and to respect the creativity, the creative process of the person, and don't do it just because the other people are lazy. Just if they're like very busy, or they have the idea but can't put it into words, then help them out a little bit. In the end, that's what I believe that people that have a skill in writing do. Anyway, I got sidetracked. So it started as an essay, and it's now turned into two different texts. One is already on my website. It's named Morning Coffee, like you heard. It's also available in Spanish, así que si hablas español, lo vas a poder leer también en su versión original. So if you speak Spanish, you can find it in its original version. And if not, well, it's also in a translation that I did for it. So I approve it. I approve the message. And I wanted to talk about a little bit about this text. No spoiler alert, but when you get to the end, you're gonna be very surprised. I think it's only three small articles. So if you can, go into the link that I'm gonna put you here in the video, and don't forget that if you liked what I read to you in the beginning, like this video and subscribe. And remember, I'm on a journey to learn how to write properly and to maybe start to make a living out of this. So any feedback is appreciated. Thank you. Bye. Keep writing.